In the new budget, revising it a little bit, there won't be an increase, I don't think, in the budget. And I think we only have 3 or 4 units on the market, which would make sense because anybody who wants to sell should wait till next year until this is done. Then they're gonna make a whole lot of money. I mean, if I were in the market to sell, I'd be going like I'm waiting a year because I'll be able to charge a whole lot more after this. If the lobby comes out even remotely close to where it says in the social room, you know, and the pool is phenomenal. Well, wait, I'll tell you how much we spent on the pool and then you failure. So I'm not a pool person. I would sit at the pool, but I don't go swimming. I don't go. I would be under the pergola that's closed. That would be me. But I like the way it looks. I do like the way it looks. So.
Oh, yes.
I think it's beautiful. Okay. Hey. Oh, okay. Perfect. That would be great. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Sensor thing there. Which back in here. Somebody's shoved back there.
Oh, in there? Oh, with back there.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah, they're like. Why? And from one around.
Oh, I saw them. Can we use this one?
I gave it to him. Somebody ordered it.
Dino, kid. Dino.
Isn't that your good friend? Wouldn't be a board meeting. Third thing she works today.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, she works Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, she does, because she wanted me
Need what?
Tuesday, she wanted me to come to her shop and go shopping for clothes. She has clothing. She works at a clothing store called the Dress Collection, I think.
Yeah.
It's not anything that I wear. Sorry. It's not anything. She keeps. Come to my shopping.
Hi, Chandra. Hello.
Did you see me?
There we go. Hello. I was trying to get myself organized here.
You.
Um,
I'm kissing Chandra.
Hi, Chandra. Yeah. She did good.
Okay, I was gonna say something, but okay.
Okay, you do it. That's fine.
I was
Just
gonna say right up front.
Yeah, good.
You don't know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So there.
And I'm not sure I want to. How about that?
So,
How about that?
Cushions. We don't cushions out of the floor.
Well, those cushions are the little ones. We're supposed to be put in front of the other big cushions.
Right.
For decoration. So it depends.
They're gonna be airborne.
Well, and that's,
With no wind.
why do you think you're sitting back there? Because you put them there and they're gonna be in the water, in the pool, they're gonna be somewhere other than on the furniture. So we could have an auction and sell them. Everybody buy a pillow and bring it
You're on
down.
a hot mic.
Oh.
It got in there.
I'm gonna try and close this blind behind you. It's
Okay.
Me?
Now I'm trying to find out where the original meeting is. Oh, there we go. Yes, is there?
Okay.
But Mr. Don, you just get back?
Okay, today,
Today? Wow. That's a good trip.
excellent, 11 days on the high season.
All right.
For the India.
This is not my regular chair.
Oh,
Oh, it's okay. I can't, that's fine. Now I can.
I walked around, but I didn't.
Did you get the one I sent to you?
Yeah.
I sent you everybody's budget and I sent it to you.
I saw it, so this isn't it. This is the old budget. I just brought it just in case.
Restaurant.
And it sent you the GLs as well, so you can see there's only a couple of things that.
So we really can't spend it.
Yeah, well, we did like $21,000. 21,000 and then the 18 on site. The downstairs in the garage, the garage.
We spend them on building. with-
Ah, yeah. Good to see you.
So I dropped that down to 100, but I still think it should.
Yeah, me, yeah.
But that's me. You guys can do whatever.
So if you dropped it to 100, what's is the budget the same? I didn't look at the bottom number. And you know what?
Yeah, I don't see her. I see her. I see Chandra. Okay.
Right.
Who?
Yeah, she's in Argentina.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone.
Today is what, 12/18?
Yeah, and can I just?
Oh, we can start now.
After we approve. we'll sign up a copy.
Oh, okay, got it.
Was that Robin? Oh, we got Robin Spicer there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Is there a time difference?
2 hours.
Oh, that's not that
That's
bad.
not bad.
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Wait. That's why I have a lot of. I know. Yeah. Okay, how we doing? Anybody here?
Yeah, well, everybody's here.
All right.
Where's Chandra?
Chandra's,
Everybody's here.
everybody's here.
Okay, 4 o'clock, I'd like to open the meeting, call the meeting to order. It's called for a quorum.
We
Christine?
have a full quorum on Zoom. We have Robin McPherson, Robin Spicer, Chandra Ravenacker. And in person, we have Harriet Overbeck, Bud Bristow, Dean Kaplan, and Bob Hanson. We have a full board.
Good. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, notice of the meeting?
Notice of the meeting was mailed to everybody within the Florida statute regulations, and it was also e-blasted to everybody and posted.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I have the affidavit of mailing here.
Motion to approve.
What are we approving?
Yeah, what are you approving?
The minutes.
No, we're doing special assessment first. We're following this agenda.
Which agenda? So I've
This
got.
agenda.
the one I have?
We're gonna go through here. You can hold it.
Ah,
Unless you want me to run through it.
The first meeting is for the assessment.
Do you want me to run through it, Bud?
Yeah, you'll run through that. Let me
I'll
get
run through
through
that.
this stuff here. Okay. We'll get organized, yeah.
Okay. At this,
Disposal meetings from,
now, at this
Nope.
point, what we're gonna do is, this meeting is specifically, this portion of the meeting is specifically for the board to discuss and vote on the imposing of special assessment 8. That would be for the remodels that you all voted, not you all, but most of you voted in favor of, and it passed overwhelmingly. So I'm going to hand it over to the board to discuss the spa for the $6 million?
Anybody? I mean, I already wrote out a motion, but, just if anybody has any discussion.
Do a motion.
You, and then you want, okay,
Yeah.
so I already wrote it out. Is this on?
No, it
Okay.
is.
So I would like to make a motion to adopt SPA 8 for $6 million. This spa will include the following renovation projects: both social rooms, lobby including concierge and service areas, hallway walls, hallway carpeting, and motor lobby. The assessment amount for the projects is $5.3 million plus $700,000 in contingency, with a total of $6 million. The spa will be payable in 3 payments. First payment is January 15th. Second payment will be April 15th. Third payment will be July 15th. That's my motion.
Okay,
Open for discussion?
motion to approve.
No.
No,
No,
discussion.
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 Motion, now we have discussion.
Discussion, right.
After the discussion.
We're
You're
good.
so
We'll
good.
get it. We're good.
All right. I'm aware that there are people here that feel the 700,000 contingency is too much. I personally do not feel that way because these things always run over, but I think we should discuss that right now and put people at ease.
Do you want me to make a comment about that?
Please.
Yeah.
So I've been part of the design committee since the inception, and so have several other people in the room. And I can tell you that we have been really tough with IDDI, and we have held them to account on everything that we wanted. The amounts that we wanted, they started going over, we pulled them right back and said no. So I would be very worried that if we didn't have some cushion in there, that we would get in trouble and we'd have to come back and ask for more. And I have seen that, and for part of my discussion today was to look at SPA 3 and SPA 5. And it's so hard if you have an exact dollar amount that you stay to. We're getting new audio system with the renovation, by the way. It's so hard to stay to that amount that if we have a cushion in there, I mean, I can just tell you that from my perspective, it's my money too. So I don't want to go overboard and spend anything that I don't have to. If there's extra, the money will come back to the unit owners. But there are a couple of unknowns in there. We are going to take out the platform. Not that we think it's going to be that expensive, but we don't know until we take it out. That's one thing that is just a little up in the air. And the other thing is our hallways. We are going to do mold remediation on level 21 because we know we have mold there. We did not include any extra in case we find mold anywhere else. So hopefully we don't need that for the hallways, but I don't know at this point in time, and we won't know until we take the wallpaper down. So I feel comfortable that, at least from my perspective, it's my money and I don't want to go over. I have a hard enough time rectifying all of the challenges with SPA 3 and SPA 5. This one, we should have the money, we should do the renovation. And if there's anything left, we'll be the first to say, hey, we've got extra money.
A couple things, Harriet, I'd like to comment on. First of all, thank you for all the work that you've done on this. But as I recall during our discussions, once we got the approval for the renovation project, you had a different amount for the contingency, and it was brought up that it wasn't enough, those who are experts in the field. So I think it's wise to go ahead and raise it. That way we have enough money. We don't have to come back and ask owners for additional funds. And it's a safeguard. It's not like the board is going to go throw a party with the excess. We'll find ways to apply it to the other things that are on the list of things to do. So good job on that.
Thank you. And my original contingency was 600,000, and somebody at the meeting when we were discussing, thank you. Discussing it said, make it 7 because you know you're going to need it. And so based on that, and it's an even 6 million. So thank you, because I think that You just don't know. And we also, one other thing, people have been saying that they wanted wallpaper instead of paint on the walls. That's almost $200,000 more if we decide to put wallpaper on the walls instead of paint. And if we have that cushion and we can do it, then we would end up saying, okay, we want to do this. And that's part of the contingency that we can spend the money to do wallpaper instead of paint. And that's a little up in the air right now too. We want to make sure that we're not going to have an issue with mold moving forward, et cetera, et cetera. So we've talked to the design company and said we may be interested in this, but we haven't committed anything yet. Questions?
No, 700,000 sounds like a lot, but really on this project, it's at 12%.
Right.
Yeah,
And for any project, between 10 and 15% is where you should consider contingencies. Because anything can happen. So I totally think you're within that area and perfectly within that area.
thanks.
Especially
Yeah.
with the unknowns we have.
Yeah.
And none of this money, this contingency isn't in the contract for the contract.
yeah.
The contingency is being held by her, by us, in our bank account, until we.
Not me personally, guys. not me.
30%.
We-
Yeah.
And let me also say this, so we started with every one of these vendors for the first floor, we said no change orders. Now, that doesn't mean we won't have any, but that means we're constantly preaching this to those guys, get it right the first time and don't come back to us unless it's really a problem.
Until your demolition is done, you don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've,
The basis for the number that you propose.
We have, I think I had mentioned it even from day one when we hired these people. They've had a series of contractors and subcontractors come here. I mean, one week, I think they were here 3 or 4 times. And they've reviewed, they've looked, they've been up on the ceilings, they're looking at plans, they're looking at all this before they even came back to us with anything. So we had all of the professionals looking at this, and not just 1 or 2, we had a bunch. So the designers and Lauren have been really good about bringing experts in so we can, test where we are as far as costs.
Yeah.
So, and IDI, they do this for a living. They have a pretty good idea what it costs to do programs like this or, big projects like this. And actually, they say this is a small project for them, so.
But we have not put it out for bid.
But we have not gone
It's
out to bid
great.
yet. So they're doing architects doing the documents. Then it goes out to the designers to make sure everything's there, and then it goes out to bid, so.
So, and I can give you an example of saving money. Lauren has been great. 2 things. She just found us a better price on carpeting, same company, but we gave her a referral and that other referral is going to use her. So she went back to the company that we're buying carpeting from and they're giving her a better price. So she's really looking out for us. The other thing, she came in here and she said, it'll save you a lot of money if I get you temporary help, and they will do a lot of the demolition in here. So they're going to take out the ceiling. They're going to do total cleanup so that when our regular contractor, whoever that is, comes in, a lot of the demo work will be finished in here. And she said, I'll get you temporary help. I'll get a truck in here and we'll just haul everything away. And I said, great.
But you can't get any better than doing this hourly. That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And they're temp help, so we don't have to pay them extra or anything else.
Yes.
I'm looking at it from a different direction, only because of what we've gone through in the last 6 years. How comfortable are we that it won't pass 6 million?
What do you mean?
It will not.
Higher than 6 million.
Well, when we get the bids, I can tell you right now that if their bids are out of whack, I'm not voting to move forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Until they redesign, they need to design the budget. If they haven't designed the budget, we're gonna find out real quick.
But I don't think we've made it at closed end at 6 at this time.
Well,
We're-
we've closed the ends with vendors, let's put it that
Yeah.
way. So they don't know what we've got in contingencies or anything, so.
We've already reeled
I
them
know.
back too.
Yeah, they were higher and we said,
Much higher, and we've said, no.
come back.
And the other thing is, there are a few nice to haves in there. Meaning, it won't really make a difference in our lives if we don't have it, they're nice to have. And we can just chop those off if we want, it won't make a difference.
Isn't it true that unlike the pool, you have had some independent estimates on this?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So the pool, we didn't really have the benefit of that. And of course, there were all kinds of things that were found out after the fact, so I'm trying to say something positive here.
Right, no,
I think we have a much better, unlike the pool, much better idea that the 5.3 plus 700K is a pretty close number.
Yeah.
right,
We do.
yeah. Yeah, there are things that we know exact, like we know exactly how much the carpeting is gonna cost with the padding, because Lauren has already taken care of that. This is the cost of the carpet, this is the cost of the padding, and this is how much it's gonna cost you to install it. There's a cushion in there in case you have to take out, the thresholds, because she said sometimes you lose thresholds. So add a little cushion, but this is your cost for carpet. So there are some things that we have a really, really good handle on.
And the same thing with lighting. Lauren is contracting all of the lighting, even though it's specified by the designers. She's going directly to a company and buying everything wholesale. And the contractors will then install it. So instead of having the 15% markup from contractors and designers, we're gonna have it in-house, put it up just as the design says. So we're following their specs, but we're ordering it in advance, you know? So she's able to do that because, you know, she's a designer, wholesale or whatever, so.
And
Good connection.
understand, after what we just finished with the pool, this long, long journey and cost overruns, we are very sensitive to going over budget, to not having a handle on this. We write the same checks as you do, and we are not in this just to spend money frivolously. It's not the case. Or we wouldn't be on this board.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I just want to reinforce, in the RFI, you are going to request the contractors give you milestone charts, start dates, end dates.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of skill levels you have, so that. Sorry. So that you
Yeah.
fellows know
Yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In addition to what's going to request that.
Yes. There
Well,
was
the biggest part of the pool problem was nobody was in charge. The way the contract was set up, the OR was put in charge, and he was also the EO engineer of record was in charge, and he was also the OR. So it took us 2.5, 3 years to straighten that mess out.
Excuse me, before everybody forgets, we had a 3.5 not to exceed. Does everybody in here remember that?
Oh, yeah, we remember.
Yeah, I think everybody remembers that. Does everybody remember what the final bid was that we accepted? 4.1. So it wasn't really that, it was after that we found all these things that were not that.
The change orders.
Want to point that out, I think we're in a much better situation for this project,
Yeah.
you know.
A lot better.
This has got one person involved here. The
Yeah.
designer.
Yeah.
The design bill.
Marge,
Yeah, who will be the lawyer that goes over our contracts this time?
that's a good question.
So,
I'll leave it at that.
the contracts from.
The ones that we get from the,
Contract.
They're expecting.
we are.
Yeah, we are.
We're looking,
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We all want
Talk
to do
about,
that.
Lauren's idea about the contract, you know, like when we go to bid, we actually,
We can.
well, we don't have it just to make them feel even better.
Oh, so, one of the things that Lauren is gonna do, there's gonna be criteria for each of the bidders, so it can't just be anybody. We have a list of, I don't know how many, contractors right now. They have to have specific background. In other words, we can't have somebody who builds houses come in here and do this because that's not gonna work. So they will have to reach criteria milestone before we even, entertain that. It's gonna be a cost plus system. So we're gonna buy as much as we can. They are not gonna be allowed to charge like 25,000 or 25% extra to do X, Y, Z. It's gonna be cost plus, I think she wants to do 15%, which I think is reasonable. So I haven't seen a copy of what she would like to do yet, but this is what she is used to doing, buying as much as we can upfront with our money and then doing cost plus with the contractors. She said a lot of contractors don't like that, obviously, because they're not gonna make as much money. But she does have contractors that will work with her. So we'll see who will work with us under that scenario. Did I leave anything out?
Well, yeah, one other thing she suggested, one is for timing, because sometimes to negotiate a contract after we pick a vendor, it's like 4, 6 weeks. So I didn't want to lose that much time. And also so that we get people who are willing to go with the type of contract that we want while they are finishing the documents and so on. We're all going to work on the draft of the contract we would like to have. And that would be part of the RFP.
Right.
So when they bid, it's like, this is what we're going to be asking you
right.
guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead of them coming back to us, which has been common practice here, them coming back to us with a contract, and then we gotta send it out, and our attorney said, this is, change all of this, we're going back and forth. We're gonna present them with our contract. Let them go to their attorneys.
And make a bid.
And it'll be, Bob's had a lot of experience with this. He's put contracts together for Lockheed and everybody else. So he put together a contract that we feel very comfortable with sending out that will cover everybody, the contractor and us is fair. But rather than have, a contract from this guy and everything's different, we're gonna go out with that. So hopefully that'll streamline things. Yes.
Conditions
Perfect.
that are extremely well written. It was done by a lot.
Are you gonna utilize the AIA contract?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
based on that, right, Bob? AIA, based on the AIA?
Yeah, Lauren said yes. She wants to do that.
We need to talk about that one.
Okay,
That's not, I'm not in favor of AIA.
okay. So I don't.
AIA contracts are designed by the architect, which is meant to benefit the contractor. Sorry.
Okay, so,
We could use their AIA schedule for schedule of value, but
okay,
I would not use an AIA contract.
Is that Bob Hanson talking now?
Yes, sir.
It is.
Well, Bob, this is on Heckle. And I have to tell you, what you said about AIA
This is what
contract
I think about what you got to say, Don.
is completely wrong. It's completely wrong. I served on the board for 7 years that writes those contracts. And let me tell you who its members are. The members are the American Institute of Architects, the American Bar Association, the Association of General Contractors, insurance representatives, and legal representatives, who all come together to write a document which is fair and equitable, both sides. And it is not written by architects for the benefit of architects. That's completely fallacious.
Real estate, not anywhere near as much as you think it is.
Okay.
And over $3 billion
making
worth of
a
work
decision.
I've done, it's
All right.
better than you.
so.
We're not making this decision right now. We're just talking about what we want a contract that's not gonna be rewritten by our current
Right.
attorneys. That's the main thing. So
Costs a fortune.
we will have a contract that satisfies all parties. But again, the whole purpose here is not to spend another $100,000 on attorney fees to rewrite every single contract that comes through.
Well, the AIA documents you're referring to have the largest precedent in the court of any documents ever written.
So we got it. And we're not there yet. So we've got a few opinions on the board even about that, Don. So we'll get there. Appreciate it.
You want to
Okay.
repeat the motion?
Do you want me to read it
Motion.
again?
Well, we got,
You-
anyone else, you need to ask Zoom, you need to ask the people in the audience.
Anybody have any other comments on Zoom?
We have one here.
Fine.
Is there one contract sheet? Has the contract with the $5 bid, or is it? We're doing contract with all the subs.
We don't have it.
Okay,
General contract.
it's a general contract.
They take care of the sub.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're just buying some of the materials, that's all that part, that part.
Right.
Yeah, as well as we can. Light fixtures and carpets, and you know what you're.
Yeah.
Okay, questions on Zoom?
Just a quick question.
Go ahead, Jeff.
And it's already something you've discussed, I think, at a previous meeting. In this contract, language that you're actually gonna use your boilerplate. Are you, just curious, you can address it more specifically, maybe next meeting. Are we gonna ask for any concessions, I'll call it, I won't use the word penalties, if the schedule isn't met. We should,
I
yeah.
think we should,
We
yeah.
talked about it, we talked about it.
Yeah, okay.
Drop that.
Yeah. Anybody on Zoom? Okay, move on. What do you have?
No, I made a motion, somebody has to.
I'll second your motion.
Just repeat it.
Go
You
ahead.
want me to read the motion again? Okay, make a motion to adopt SPA 8 for $6 million. SPA will cover the following renovation projects: both social rooms, lobby, including the concierge and service area, hallway walls, hallway carpeting, and the motor lobby. The assessment amount for the projects is $5.3 million plus $700,000 in contingency.
Excuse me, I had a question and no one answers my
Oh.
asking to speak.
Oh,
Yeah, I did. I opened it up. Nobody-
I know, I tried 3 times. So I just have a quick question with regard to the purchasing the materials. Which you said I forgot her name of the gal that's gonna be made.
Lauren.
So you said that she was buying everything at net cost, which of course I'm very familiar with. How do you guys even know what the list costs are if there was no list of expenses for this yet? There was no, because I asked last meeting if there was a list of presentation of what the project, line item list of what the project was going to cost, various line items, like electrical, lighting, finishes, decorative pieces. So the comment was made that she was going ahead to buy stuff. And I'm like, but you don't even know what it costs yet. So
Well,
how
we
would-
do. Carpeting, for
Yes.
example, we've talked about lighting. We've got a lot of things that we've
No.
talked about, sir.
No,
So-
I know you
so
talked
we-
about
we-
it,
And we
but
have prices.
So we have,
Was-
we have her price and we do have a list, the list price on the carpet, and we have her price. So for individual things as we go, we haven't selected the tile yet, so can't tell you that, but we know the carpeting because that's what we agreed to do now because there's a
Right.
4-month
Of course.
lead time. So we
no,
have.
that I know, but you mentioned
I'll give you
lighting.
an
That's why.
example. So for lighting, okay, so we have a lighting consultant coming in here, the consultant. We have a lighting wholesaler coming in, and he's gonna go over the schedule from the designer. And we're gonna work with them, and we'll get comparative prices with retail.
So, right, my question was, has there been a specific list with the specifications outlined yet? Other than the carpet?
The
Were there any other?
Is what we get that from the designer and all the components. She has all of that, so we're
No.
little by little.
No, I don't think we
We don't have a list of what things cost, no.
No.
Not
No,
yet.
that I asked it.
That's the carpet we need, and we know
Okay,
what
there
the
was-
carpet costs.
right, and
That's about all we
that's
actually know like this
that's,
minute.
that's all we know right now. And when we pick
So-
out the tile, we'll know the tile.
Okay, right, because if you recall from the last meeting, I had asked, with regard to the budget, were there specific specifications made? Which were, as far as I knew, not made yet regarding the social room and the finishes. So that's forthcoming, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
they're actually doing the
Yeah.
construction drawings right now
Right.
based on the boards that we've seen.
On the
And
design
that's
itself.
where all
yeah.
that information will come from.
Right,
But there are, like we said, certain things we do know about, which is the amount of square footage of carpeting we need.
Right,
So we're able to get that nailed down and get a price.
yeah,
And we haven't ordered it, we just have
Yeah.
a price.
we just have, because it hasn't been approved yet by the committee.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Carry on.
Okay, to finish, so.
Excuse me, may I ask one quick question? It's an easy one. It's a yes or no.
Okay. Who's speaking?
If you elect to pay the full amount of the spa in the first payment, instead of stretching it out over 3 payments, would a discount apply?
No.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're just trying to make it easier on everybody, and we've gone back to the vendors and said, when do you need money?
Yeah.
And so we're trying to make it easy and space it out so that we have the money when we're ready to pay it, but there's no sense in collecting everything in January and not paying out until October, so.
I understand that. It might be easier for some people, that's all I'm saying. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
But if you'd like to pay it all at once, we'll take that.
We'll take your.
Um,
Just wondering.
Okay, so the amount of the projects is 5.3 million plus 700,000 in contingency equaling 6 million. The spa is to be paid in 3 payments. First payment is January 15th. Second payment is April 15th. Third payment is July 15th. And the only thing, when we can approve this, but the coupons will be mailed. If you don't get your coupon by January 15th, please walk a check down to the office and we'll accept it. The first payment is the most important because we are buying product with that first payment. And that's why we're doing it as fast as we can, so that when we order the carpet, we have the money. When we order the porcelain tile, we have the money. So if you can, January 15th, if you haven't gotten a coupon, please give us a check.
You can pay in full,
And-
Cindy.
I might have missed it. If we pay automatically, this is separate, we have to write a check?
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
This one
we
you
will
have-
not automatically pull spa, so if you're set up for ACH payment through Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can pay online, you just can't
I know, no one does.
have an
Okay.
automatic
Okay,
payment.
so that's my proposal, that's my motion.
Okay,
5 seconds.
Okay,
okay, all approved?
aye.
Hi.
Aye.
It has passed. Okay.
Okay.
The next thing was on the agenda was the breakdown of payments, but that we have already discussed, so now we could adjourn this portion of the meeting and open it up for the,
Regular meeting.
Regular.
We
Okay.
have to make a motion to
yeah, make a
adjourn.
motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll
Thank
second.
you.
I'm trying to figure out what we're doing next. Okay. This is right now. All right. All right. You are managers reports, well.
I sent out a manager, I did
Okay.
actually, I sent it out really like 15 minutes before the meeting, because
You get open a new meeting, like.
Now you have
Yes.
to, now you have to
Okay,
start a new
let's
meeting.
call the second meeting to
order,
order at this point.
4:28.
And what are we doing now? Notice, okay.
Certified.
Certify another quorum.
we have a full quorum, everybody is present, all the notices were posted and we blasted them out.
Got it.
Minutes of the 18th.
Okay, and to the meeting from the 18th. We have.
19th September.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from
I'll
September
second that.
19th.
All approved? Blue?
Aye.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be November, not September?
Oh, it
Yeah,
is,
it
it's
is September.
November, yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a couple things. Let me make just a little statement here, then we'll move through this. First of all, we'd like to complete this by 5 o'clock, just out of respect for people who are trying to have a little service outside, so.
Not even remotely close.
What? No,
It's 4:30, that's okay.
it's 4:30?
It's 4:30 already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak
We can go
fast.
through it
Okay,
quickly.
go fast. First of all, I want to recognize Brooklyn Slater, who's been with us for, I'm not sure how long now, for
Year and 2 months.
a year and 2 months. She's leaving us.
Oh.
And but it's very exciting. And she's very excited. She's starting her own business. And if you don't know, she's a volleyball player. And she's opening a training facility for volleyball for high school and college players. She has a 15,000 square foot facility. And she already has some customers, I believe. So, wow.
Say it's a big volleyball in this area is a big deal.
Big deal, yeah, it is.
But she
I
is.
won't ask her to stand up.
Yeah.
West Palm.
So,
Palm.
in West Palm, that's great. So anyway, let's go on from there. I'll make it as short as we can. Anybody else, officers reports?
Oh, did you have,
No, that's it.
You wanna-
Made it easy.
okay, you want me to get my
Go
report?
ahead.
Okay, the balance in our accounts as of December 15th, we have 1,102,216 in operating. We have 501,401 in regular reserves, plus we also have 500,000 in CDs. In the SERS reserves, we have 432,939 plus 750,000 in CDs. There's also some interest in there. I didn't include it. In SPA 3, we have 1,052,169. SPA 5, we have $879,080. And we still have money in a Truist account that actually came from the last deposit of SPA 3, $105,095. We'll probably leave 5,000 in that account because our line of credit is there. And if we take it all out, they'll probably take our line of credit away. So we'll transfer $100,000 more to SPA 3. Total with everything is $5,332,259. We had a budget workshop a couple of weeks ago. Percy and Madeline joined a couple of our unit owners and Christine and I, and we started going through the budget and looking at a couple of things that Madeline had questions on. So we're finishing those items. If it comes up, the insurance, I know Madeline would like it lowered, but we went back to our insurance agent and she said, she gave us an estimate because we're about to do an appraisal on the building. She said, your appraisal is going to be a lot higher than it was 3 years ago. Cost of insurance is probably coming down. Appraisal is going up. She recommended we leave it. So for right now, it's in the budget the same as it was last year. There are a couple of other items that we're adjusting or changing. I'm meeting with Madeline again. I think it's on Monday, the 29th. And we'll announce it. Christine can't be here, but after Madeline and I meet, and Percy, if you would like to join us, I think it's a 1 o'clock meeting and I think it's Monday, the 29th, if I'm correct. Then we'll finalize the budget and then it goes through the castle process. I have a construction report. Let me just see, I'll go through this quickly. After all of our pay apps today, we have a whole bunch of pay apps for 2 for the pool. We'll do 1. We have for the elevator and we have for pipelining. After today, we'll owe $1.2 million. And for the projects that we have in SPA 3 and SPA 5, we owe $826,000 to the pool. $604,000 of that is contingency or their retainage. Forget contingency, it's retainage. We owe the elevator company $619,000. And for a total of $1,770,000. And then we have $325,000 sitting in SPA 3 for a chiller. That's included in there. And if anybody wants to, I don't know if this is gonna make you feel better or worse about what we're doing now, but I pulled numbers for our pool. Restore, the final payment for Restore, if we pay the retainage is 6.6 million. We've paid 1.5 million to M2E as of just a couple of days ago, for a total of 8.1 million just in those companies. Then you can add in all the small companies and the furniture and everything else. So I hope we enjoy the pool a whole lot because
People are. Recourse for some of them.
Looking into it, seeing if it
Yeah.
makes sense, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Do we have any punch list items remaining?
So we just talked to Andy today, they're really minor. They're really minor.
We checked
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was one. And I think we're gonna table, we're gonna table the retainage. We have 2 pay apps from Restore right now. One of them legitimately will pay, the one that is their final retainage. Because we're looking at some other things, I think we're tabling it for today. We had some renewal, CDs come up for renewal. I renewed them at 26 weeks because that's the best rate, and I think the rate is 3.75%. And I think that's, so one other thing, and I'm gonna do this really quickly. Madeline in our budget meeting asked for a summary of all the expenses that we had in SPA 3 and SPA 5. And I can tell you that unless I go back 4 years and look at every invoice, it was an impossibility to do that. So what I did is I looked at all of the major contracts that we had. It was fire alarm, impact glass, elevator, garage pipelining, balconies and structural repairs, the pool and the pipelining, things that came out of SPA 3 and SPA 5. I'm relatively close. We spent a total of 9.339 million and we assessed 11.5 million. So I should have about $2 million left, which is just about what I have. So it's close. I don't think it's exact because I didn't include the small pool companies. I also didn't know the fire alarm was divided into SPA 2 and SPA 3. Pipelining was divided into SPA 3 and SPA 5, so I got as close as I could. But what I really wanted to know is, do I have enough money to pay the contracts that we currently have? And the answer is yes. And do I also have enough money for the chiller? Because we definitely have to put that in, and I do. Just one note about the chiller, we assessed $325,000 for that, and that was 4 years ago. And the chiller is probably, Bob, do you have an idea? It's probably 500,000 now, 450 or so. We've got the money, but we've got $325,000 for that. So.
Okay, and again, that's a backup chiller, and we're also, we've hired, a group to come in and take a look at all of the systems and things also. So, it may not be something we need right away. It's a backup, so, you know, that's a contingency.
And one more thing. So we're really sad to lose Brooklyn, but I wanted to, were you going to acknowledge? Tamara won an award for Castle. She won a service award. In the entire region, they only give one service award, and she won it. I wasn't sure if Christine was gonna do it or not, and I wanted to acknowledge that this is a big deal. So thank you, Tamara.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do the managers. I'm gonna be really brief on the managers report.
Yeah.
We are searching for maintenance supervisor, maintenance. We are looking for a maintenance supervisor, a maintenance tech, and an admin. So we have that put out there on Indeed and through Castle. So we've been doing interviews for that. Hopefully by the beginning of next year, we will have 3 new employees with us, and we are being very selective as to who we're taking. So it's a slow process, but we want to get the best for you. Additionally, this is more for, because one of the items on here is for a proposal for a new pool chemical feeder. Last week, Nicholas, who is from the company that manufactures our very, very high-end, very technical chemical feeder, came down and he did training for our pool company that's going to maintain our pool, which is Perfectly Pure Pools. The Nicholas, when he was here, and I don't have my manager's report, so I might stumble a little. He did a hard reset on our system. He went back to the factory settings. He ran a disk through it, let it run through, changed the probes that detect what's going in, and he said that the system is 100% now. There should never be a reason for anybody to ever touch it. If the numbers change to a point where we're kind of concerned, when I say we're the pool company or the maintenance team, we're not to touch the machine. We are to call them. They hired 5 new techs for the area. That was one of the problems. They didn't have any techs in this area. The manufacturer trained and hired 5 new techs in the area. So if we have any problems, we could call them.
Okay.
The Nicholas, as well as Cody from Picture Perfect Pools, who did the pool, strongly suggest we hold off on changing out anything right now. Give it a few months, let it run, see if it's running good. That will save us money. And as long as we know, I feel much better knowing that we could pick up the phone and say, hey, this is doing wacky things and it's, putting out too much or too little chemical, that we can get somebody right away to come in. So. And that's it. And Brooklyn's leaving and tomorrow got an award and I'm tired and and the pool is done.
Okay.
Oh, and also I just wanted to say on behalf of the staff to everyone who contributed to the holiday bonus, thank you so very much. It is very much appreciated. We all enjoy serving you and being here for you. And we really just want to say thank you so much to everybody. It was awesome. So.
And we did well this year.
Yeah, do you want to?
Moratorium?
Oh, yeah, the moratorium, that was also on my manager's report. There was a typo that went out for the moratorium and it said that it didn't end until May. That is incorrect. It ends on April.
April.
March 31st. April 1st, you could start working again. So we apologize for that. We're gonna put something in the weekly.
Unless you already have a contract.
Yes.
And it's been working, then you can come.
Yeah, then you have to come to us. We need to have seen it already and said, okay, you're kind of excused.
Do we have any?
No, I have not received any. Have you received any?
Megan?
I haven't received any saying that they're.
If you're
that
gonna
you're going up.
continue with whatever's going on, you need to let them know now so that we're not, yes. How else are we gonna know?
Yeah, the contract needed to be signed already before,
The
when
contract was signed 8 months ago. They're still in.
are they starting the work? What?
They're going to hopefully be finishing it, but I want them to be able to come back March first, finish whatever they have to do.
Talk to me tomorrow. The other thing is that we did set up, 2 days a month for noisy work, and by noisy work,
Soft.
it's soft, hanging a TV, hanging shelves, if you have to drill something, what'd you say? Putting up blinds, quiet noisy work. We can't have people coming in and one day I'm gonna come and bust up your tile. That's not the kind of noisy work that we're allowing. It needs to be approved. We have a form, you need to fill it out, the date that you're gonna have doing the work, and it is subject to approval. So,
I think.
And that's being sent out.
yes,
Alright.
that's gonna be sent out tomorrow and the thing. We also, just so you know, you're gonna get a Castle Advantage program, in with your weekly on tomorrow. And that is for residents who reside in Castle properties. They have, like perks where you can get discounts on travel, discounts on car rentals, just different kinds of discounts. So hope you take advantage of it. Tell Pat I said thanks.
Garrett?
Well, the moratorium as restructured by the Rules Committee and approved by the board only prohibits noisy work during the moratorium period. Does not prohibit people from doing work does not cause noise and which can be done in normal course without upsetting others. And that had been the policy in this building for many, many years prior to Castle coming in on their MMR.
Oh, don't go by the
The
Castle.
only thing that had been prohibited was work that caused noise, vibration, drilling. But having an apartment clean or painted or work done which did not cause any upsetting of the apple cart, meaning noise, vibration, or things like that, were permitted.
Yeah.
That's not the way it was set up. It was set up that we would have the moratorium because of the elevator situation. Because of only two, we could not have people coming in with
Paint and stuff.
Yeah.
Ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't about the noise, it's about the.
The vendors, I was always in any place that I worked that had a moratorium, it was vendors. Vendors were not allowed. I mean, you wanna go and buy paint and bring it up the elevator and paint your own unit, that's fine, but to have vendors come in and doing it, I was always told no during moratoriums for every building I worked, so.
And that's what I was, when I was in
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
no vendor. was-
That is no vendor.
There was no work in the
Yeah.
last 6 years that I've been here.
Yeah.
Right,
No, unless it's an emergency,
right.
and the emergency has to be told you're.
Yeah, emergencies are always, you let us know the emergency, we'll let the vendors go up, but.
What was the board's understanding when it adopted the proposal?
That the moratorium is being extended.
Wait a minute, what was the question again? What?
When
We originally extended it.
When the Rules Committee viewed the moratorium issue at the board's request, there was an open hearing with unit owners. And the issue was raised, what work is prohibited? And the old rule always stated that noise, work that made a lot of noise, vibration, I'm paraphrasing now, was not permitted during the period from March 20th to February 28th. It was extended by 1 month through March 31st. But it also states only noisy work is prohibited. Noisy work being work, the examples, work that causes vibration, work that causes noise.
Got it, yeah,
Last year, an exception was made because the elevators were down
correct.
and there was no work, essentially no work provided. But now that the elevators are coming back into service, that issue was not on the table. So I think when this was proposed, it anticipated that work which does not cause noise, does not cause vibration, which does not cause contractors taking out walls, putting in new walls, going up and down, that is prohibited. But routine work, which does not cause noise, does not make excessive use of elevators, like painting, for instance. Painters may come in the morning, they'll leave in the afternoon, they're not going up and down. And as long as they're not making, this is just an example.
Right.
As long as they're not making noise, not drilling, not taking out floors,
Isn't that why we did 2 days a
it
month?
should be permitted.
Well, let me give you, what's the way I saw it was when I moved in.
When we moved in, there was no.
That's
vendors.
not
Right, no vendors, and the reason for it is, we have a parking problem when the vendors are here, and I'm sick of sharing the elevator with them. In period. I think we need to go back and look at this. I totally understand the people that are saying no vendors at all, but I think Mr. Schmidt is correct. It's noise. That's how I remember the existing, unless you changed, you were the committee and the board changed the verbiage at all?
We changed it. Yeah, it was accepted, but
was
the
gonna
old,
bring that with me and I should have-
the original rule also had in it that noisy work is prohibited. That is paraphrasing, I have it in front of me,
Where's
that is
the-
true. And it was tracked to be the exact same. The only thing that was removed was a legal term, which shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
No, that's.
Something like interference, which means no one will interfere with someone's title to a unit. It had absolutely no relationship to the issue at hand.
So can I make a recommendation that the board just go back and look at it, because I'm not on either side, in fact, I'm on the side of the people I think that would say no vendors, but. If it doesn't say that in the rule, then. If somebody is coming in and not doing noisy work, that should be allowed. So if you don't want that during the moratorium.
Gonna reevaluate the rule.
Reevaluate
Say no vendors.
Right.
Yeah, we can certainly change the rule. Doesn't have
We
to
will look
require you
into
to-
it.
Why don't we-
Yeah, but Gary's right. When I worked on this with the rules committee, and that is exactly what we did. We tried to limit to the extent we could anything noisy and disruptive to neighbors as far as dust, tile, walls, ceilings, all the disruptive stuff. And that's why we allowed the 2 days a week for small noisy projects. But in general, projects that are not noisy should be allowed. That was
So
the way it was
this-
agreed to.
Okay.
Parking in the elevators are a bigger part of the issue. When we have full occupancy or as close to full occupancy as we get.
Why don't we
We
do
can't
this?
share with the 10 vendors out in that lot. We can't do it.
We address.
So
We can readdress the.
why don't we readdress that, but why don't we approve the schedule? The schedule?
We're still down on elevator.
Yeah.
That's just a moratorium.
But,
You need to move.
but
We can.
as the welcome person, when we tell them, we say, no work, it's for the peace and quiet of the residents and for the, because that is the main time that most residents are in residence. And not one person complains. I said, if you choose to paint your own apartment, that's one thing, but we can't have outside vendors. And unless you want to change, that is how the committee.
Okay, so that's the
introduced.
All right, so why don't we have the committee relook at the rule?
Yes.
Okay, and the
Yes.
board then decide if we want to limit contract.
Tomorrow is starting the moratorium after.
Well, moratorium dates are confirmed.
Right.
Yeah, we're just trying to determine whether or not
Discussion.
Right.
quiet vendors can come in or not. That's what we're trying, the dates are sticking.
And we're still down an elevator.
Yes, we are.
Right, but we asked for another year for you because of the elevator, and that was turned down. We were told we couldn't change that requirement because we got the service elevator back. So I think they're kind of mixing apples and oranges because the moratorium starts tomorrow, and I was told we can't change the rule during the moratorium. So this is kind of a moot point until the end of the moratorium season, and we can revisit it again at that point. But we did it to fit in with the current moratorium guidelines we were given.
Not changing the moratorium dates.
Right.
Right now, that's.
That's been done.
So we have dates, we have, tomorrow, I worked on this. We have 2 dates in January, 2 dates in February, and 2 dates in March where light work can be done, approve it through the office, and a vendor can come in on those 2 days each month. The rest of the time, quiet. Those are 2 days that if you have something noisy, that's light, noisy, light, like hanging
Yeah.
blinds or hanging a TV.
Address with allow vendors, that's the part, that's the only part.
Right.
Right,
All right, so where are we?
okay, okay.
Have we
yeah.
approved the moratorium?
The
that-
moratorium's
already
been
been
approved.
approved.
I was just correcting that the dates went wrong in the weekly.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
can move on and I could run through all the pay applications.
Yeah, let's do the payout.
So you know what?
Move on from that. We'll further discussion on it, Gary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gotta do 'em- I gotta mention them all and we can table. Okay. I'm gonna do,
Along.
we have.
Huh?
I'm gonna go through these fast. We have the Schindler Pay Application number 5 in the amount of $236,952.42.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
And I'll
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, then we have pay application 4 and 5 from pipelining for the conventional lines, and then pay application 4 for the sanitary main, and then pay application 3 for the additional stormwater. The amounts are 29,250, 40,676, 102,000,
Whoops. 55, what?
55. 0, I told you typos.
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody tell me?
Cause I,
It's in here.
it's
somewhere.
in there, I know.
I got a lot of pay applications. I'm gonna do the amendment.
Okay, one of the things that will be up here is, the drains in the garage we discovered when we had a pipe break. We're not draining. So, I had pipeliners go down there and look at them, and they've been clogged apparently for years. There's all kinds of stuff in there. So part of this is to clean those out so that if we do get any water from a hurricane or anything else, it's gonna be evacuated from the building rather than flood our cars. So it's luckily we had the pipe break because otherwise we wouldn't have known.
Okay, the amount for the sanitary is $102,558, and the additional storm is $21,663.90. So that is 4 pay apps for pipelining.
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
170, about 190, just under 200,000.
194, 139.
Yeah. Okay, the next one we have is pay application 43 for restore for the pool. That is in the amount of $222,311.60.
Make the motion we paid.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And then we have, restore pay application 44. This is for the retainage in the amount of $604.
No, we wish.
Or 696.
Thank you.
We're gonna make a motion, yeah.
Table that?
Yep,
Yep.
table it.
Okay, and then we, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have 2 change orders from pipelining. One is for the sanitary main for a 10-inch main line. It goes from the gym to the manhole outside for $94,275.
From the gym to the manhole?
Mm-hmm.
That can't be more than 30 feet, 40 feet.
Let's look, you got the thing. Let me see how many feet
our
they
lives
say.
at the company store here, the pipeliners. I mean, I'd like to know how much we spent so far, because I don't think we tried more than 4 million.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the original contract was 4 million, and then the lobby was 589, and then we did garage pipelining with them, another 500 and some odd $1,000. Oh, this is over time, but the most current one is this one.
110 feet.
The change orders I don't know about, but that one, and then the other one was 289, I think, that are the recent ones.
So it's 110 feet.
110 feet of 10-inch cast iron pipe from the gym to the manhole, clearing and descaling 110 feet of 10-inch cast iron. Interior ceiling opening in gym, platform installed in the ceiling for removal of 10-inch fitting, scaffolding to access the ceiling, floor protection, robotic cutter. The division be needed for units in the 56, 57, 58. Yeah, no, there's 100.
They done.
There, all of our contracted things are done. These are change orders that it's like, hey, this is what you should do, or they came across a problem that wasn't part of the contract. That's why it's a change order.
Yeah.
So, and we found that they're one of the best solutions. They've really been a good vendor.
I agree, they're a good solution, but.
Right, I know.
We started with $4 million,
I know.
okay? And it feels to me like we're pipelining everything in sight just to do it. And I'm concerned that that's what we're doing.
Well, I don't think the sanitary main was part of a spa or anything. That was just, we started seeing things, right? That wasn't part of the spa, it was the.
This stuff is not part of the spot.
Right, this is stuff that we're finding that we're like, hey, we need to, or we should do it.
Yeah,
Um,
these are reserve items, Bob. There's no money in,
Right.
spot.
Well, that was kind of my point.
Yeah.
Cause I think we only approved $4 million.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
all this extra money, $1.5 million is coming out of our reserve.
coming out of reserves. Yes, it is.
Okay, moving on.
I need to
Well-
know if you're gonna move forward with this. I don't know if this one was
Was it
actually done. It
done?
may have been done already.
I don't know if it's.
And then there is another
This
change
one-
order for, again, under the, it's a 6-inch pipe servicing Lanai's 10, 11, 12, that's 26,000. And I believe that one is actually in the gym, in the garage.
So we can't vote.
Yeah, there is a collapsed pipe. It's 40 feet of 6-inch cast iron from the parking garage to the main pipe. Remove collapsed pipe, approximately 8 to 10-inch cast iron pipe, cleaning, descaling, concrete opening in locker 142. Wall protection, it's gonna take them 4 days to do.
So they haven't done it yet?
That one they have not done yet, I don't believe.
Does anybody, I don't have the background to say we should or we shouldn't.
Wait, 4 days at $26,000? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yep. $26,660.
All
So
right,
you
so
wanna review it?
wait, what are we doing with the under 10?
We already,
We didn't vote on that.
no, you didn't
On the
vote on
main-
either one of them yet.
yeah, the 10-inch main, we didn't vote on. We didn't vote on the 10-inch main or the 6-inch pipe. I don't have the
I
background.
think the 10-inch main has already been done because they were working in the gym
I think it
not
was,
too long ago.
Yeah.
So I think that one they already did.
Sitting here talking about whether to pay something or not, and no one could even tell us whether it's done.
Right.
Well,
they've done so much. I would
could've
have to ask Christian which was done, which wasn't. Some things they're doing it and it's like they have to just keep going for whatever reason and then they put in the change order. This is Bob, there's so much going on. I don't even know my name today.
Gee.
Okay, where do we stand? What are we
Believe
gonna
it or
do?
not, they haven't touched all the pipes in the building because I asked him, I said, do we have any pipes left that you haven't done? And oh, yeah. So we did all of the vertical pipes. We did the main in the lobby. They've done some garage, but they still haven't done all the garage piping. So, I mean,
We're paying $400,000 for the garage.
yeah, but that gigantic one, there's another one down there.
I think someone needs to get a handle on this stuff.
Yeah. Well, yes,
Well, that's what our
we
chief
need to,
engineer was supposed to be.
is supposed to be doing, yes.
So, yeah, we're a little bit of loss here.
So,
Okay,
so we think we should pay the 94 because you think that was
Yeah,
already
I
done?
believe it's.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to pay up, a change order
This
for
is really good.
sanitary for 94,275.
I'll second it.
The other one I don't know about.
10, 11, 12. I'm not
Are
sure.
we gonna have a problem with that? If
This is
we
the
don't?
one that's leaking.
No,
Well,
The 6-inch
No,
pipe in the
they're-
garage is the one that's leaking.
so this is, so we have an issue with Lanai 12 and it's leaking and it's leaking into their unit
Again,
again. So you better be careful if we don't.
Yeah, there's a collapsed pipe there.
there's a collapsed pipe, and that's 26,000.
all right, wait.
That's part of the deal.
Harriet made a motion for the 94,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
I second.
and
All
he
right,
said
all in
All in
favor?
favor?
aye.
I,
Now we have the 26,660
Mhm.
Right,
Lanai's, which
Yeah.
has to be done.
correct.
I make a motion, we do that.
I'll second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can we get a check where we are exactly?
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys.
Very well.
Yes, I know, I talked to them, they are pretty much, with the
How
contract.
much we spent and how much we got left.
Oh, that I could, yeah, that I could pull myself.
Yeah.
But you can't, to turn around and say how much you spent and how much you have left, some of these things are not spa, these are reserves, so I could tell you how much was spent, but we never said when we were doing the sanitary lines and
No, no,
all
I
that.
just, when we talk, let's talk to Christian and let's try to get a realistic. I'll be happy to be involved in that, just get a realistic estimation of where we are finished.
Right.
Okay. I know we're like close to, because
We're
they
pretty
pretty much were
Yeah.
saying, all right, you know, we're gonna finish up
And
these
what-
last couple of things, we'll be down the road if you need us.
Move along.
Okay, the next one is a restore, change order. This is for a credit for the amount of $126,334.77.
What was that for?
A whole list of
A
things.
whole
Whole
list
list
of
of
things.
things.
Make a
I make a
motion.
motion, we accept the credits.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, can I just tell, so everything that is pipelining comes from reserves, Schindler comes from SPA 5,
Mhm.
just so you know, I don't know if I told you,
Okay.
that's.
All right, anybody has a-
Okay, we have no old business. We have for new business.
Carla?
So this 132,000, is that a credit for the dead palm tree and the saw that they ruined?
No,
You'd have to look at the list.
there's a
I don't
list.
think so.
There's
There's a
also-
It's
list,
not,
like-
not just, it's a whole list of
It's like
things.
There's a list of a whole lot of stuff.
Are we still gonna try to pursue those?
It depends what we do with the retainage.
Okay, now back to pipelining under new business.
Joe?
I'm sorry.
Question about building management system when you're ready.
Okay, we'll get that
Okay.
one second. Let's get through these. We
Okay.
got two more to go here.
We have, PLT gave us a quote to clean out our storm drains in the garage. If you all remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had a pipe that had broken and it was flooded out and the water wasn't going down. That is because our drains in the garage are clogged up, so they gave us a quote to clean them out, and that quote is for $22,400. We can't use the company that we used, Top Dog, because their truck cannot get in to the, our garage area. Their truck is too big. So this is gonna be a little time consuming because they're gonna have to bring a portable suction thing and then take it and then dump it and then come back and get it filled up and then dump it out again,
These
so.
all the drains or just the ones?
They're gonna do, well, we know the ones that are,
We know-
messed up. They've cambered everything that they
Right.
could. So they're gonna clean everything that,
We have.
where we have the problem.
Yeah, they only went so far and then they stopped. They couldn't go any further.
Well, they couldn't get anything through the pipes even with, they could only get the, camera in about 10 feet and.
And then it was stopped.
So
Stop.
they're gonna jet them and suck up it to clean
They
them
have
up?
to pull it out.
They're gonna pull it.
It's a big job.
They're gonna
yeah.
back it out.
They're
Okay.
backing
Yeah.
And just, you know, the stuff, Bob, goes into a sump pit and it gets pumped up. So we can't have garbage going through there or you're gonna have new motors. pretty soon. Yeah.
Yeah, they went through what they could see, according to what Andy was telling me, was, they found garbage, they found cans, they found all different kinds of stuff in there.
Not,
Mm.
What's that?
the sump pits. are-
No, it's, no. There's two in the garage with two big pumps. And not in the garage, they're in the maintenance room.
That's a different sump.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you later.
okay.
Yeah, that's a different type of sump, but, and that's the question I was gonna ask. Garbage can get into the sumps that drain out into the,
Streets.
the intercoastal.
Yeah.
So,
Those have been jetted.
oh, okay, somebody's already cleaned those up?
They cleaned them up. Yep, they did that. a
Yeah,
couple
that
months
was
ago.
Top Dog,
This is
the
a whole
company I was
different thing,
saying.
Just the drains in the floor of the garage,
At the water intake,
floor of the garage. Every drain that's in the floor of the garage goes into a pit.
and those
It's pumped
pits
up.
those pits were cleaned up.
The ones out there, but this goes into the sanitary.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's
well-
the same pumps that drain from the same pit is the same one that drains the elevator pit. They've got pumps there that go into this and then out.
All right.
So I've been told.
Yeah, when the flood happened and I mean, that we had standing water and we were able to shut the water off, but the water was up
It was
there.
pretty
So
deep.
that was to keep going. I mean,
Okay.
So is this a once a year thing? How?
No.
no, this is the
It's a
one thing.
one-time deal.
One-time
so
deal.
Like
Okay.
I stay in.
Make a
one floor,
motion
yeah,
to
like-
approve check garage storm drains for 22,400.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
Okay. And that's it. We
I
have
know the
the other one.
landscaping is not in there, so that still needs to be addressed.
Okay, Harriet has the number.
What number?
The landscape.
What's the number?
is not in the,
No.
from restore credit they gave us,
Oh, it's not in there?
landscaping is not in there.
Okay,
We'll do the work
you
every
look,
month.
okay.
But it rests.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
How
that's
much was
the
it?
last thing is the chemical controllers, but we are going to wait on that and see how the feeders work, that we had them come out and take care of that.
Let's table that.
Wait a
We'll table that.
Can I ask Carla? Carla, can I ask you a question? It was, so for restore, it was the palm, it was the grass area, because we talked about that.
Proposals for thought person.
So, okay, was there anything else?
No, because, revival, today replaced the other plants.
Okay, okay.
Right.
I just want, okay, thanks.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we have a BMS building management system?
we are in the process of having it built. We are almost done with it. That was also in my manager's report. We are expecting that should be up and running. And I'm not gonna, don't quote me on this, mid-January?
Okay, so will the corridors be connected to the BMS
Yeah.
system to manage it?
Yes.
Or-
Not for the heat, because
No.
there's no reheat in the system. That's meant to dump cold air in those corridors, period. There's no way of warming that air up, so there's no way of controlling it.
So that the BMS won't
No,
fix that?
all it's gonna do is keep our systems from going down, which was a big problem before. If they go down, we'll be able to reset them manually from anywhere.
It won't regulate the temperature, Bob?
No, there's not unless you put in ductwork and heaters, reheats.
So if the ice box is for forever.
The ice box is forever.
Can it just turn it off at a certain point, it's cold and not?
I don't know the answer to that. That may be a possibility. I don't know the answer to that.
I'll ask Sheldon about that because I was talking to him about that the other day. And he said that we needed
It's
to
a
set it
temperature.
manually. And that his system wasn't 100% set up, so I gotta check, because I was under the impression that it feels sense, because we put the sensors up there.
Right.
So it should send a certain temperature and be like, okay, it's cold, turn down the AC, turn down the
Yeah.
thing.
So that
It
was the
can't
box-
heat it, but yeah, that's why we put the
The little
sensors in.
boxes, yeah.
I would,
I think
You
you
know
have
what,
a
let's-
sensor right
we'll-
outside of your door. I
We're
mean,
throwing this
right
around.
outside
We
mine.
don't know the answer.
Okay.
training on it, I'll be
Andy's
able
in
to tell you
charge of it,
everything.
and we'll get some answers for the next meeting. Andy,
Andy,
he's been in charge from day one as well.
It's finally finished the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I assume lighting gets connected to the BMS?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
All being done at everything.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay,
Anything else?
anything
Bob?
else?
Bob?
Oh.
Bob, this is John Hackle, may I ask a question and make a comment?
Go ahead.
The question has to do with in the moratorium, are there provisions for owners who buy and sell, move in and out during that period? I just
Well, you
maybe,
can move in and out.
yeah, you just can't
You
renovate.
just can't renovate.
Yeah, you can't.
no, not
Yeah.
renovate, I understand that, but people sell their place.
Yeah,
and-
you can move in and out.
They coordinate it with the office, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because I know that had an impact on the elevators for some.
Yeah, not an issue.
Yeah.
You can't slow
Okay.
that.
My,
Okay.
my comment is about, I don't know, a month ago or so, I sent an email to the board with regard to an idea I had for the hallways. As most of you, I don't have to explain what the feeling is walking down the corridors of Lake Point Tower to our respective units. I had this idea and did some investigation on the availability of scenery that is mounted on fireproof wall coverings that could be used to virtually expand the perception in the corridor by introducing scenery having to do with, say, waterfront activities. You could even take photographs around our building of the waterways, have those printed on fireproof canvas and installed. And I thought it was an interesting way to expand the idea, but I've heard back nothing from anyone.
So here's the deal, we're dealing with the designers here, but we'll bring it up to them and have a little discussion about that. We've talked about, I know Gary brought up about having wallpaper in the hallways, and even an alternative might be to have certain areas that have some, wallpaper and show a little bit better if we can't do the whole thing. So there's some ideas being floated around. We'll throw that in the decision set.
Yeah, the hope was that would visually or virtually expand the perception of walking down the corridors.
Right. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll close the meeting.
Okay, what time is it? 5:12.
5:12.
All right, thank you. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Wanna show-